there everyone, it's Kelly with Confident Finance. Today I'm going to show you how to use and understand the balance sheet in Quicken Classic, Business, and Personal. Your balance sheet is one of the most important financial reports you can run. It gives you a snapshot of exactly what your business owns, what it owes, and what's left over, also called your equity. Whether you're just getting started or you've been in business for years, knowing how to read this report will help you make better financial decisions and be prepared for tax time, loans, or strategic planning. So let's get started. All right, so step one, you're going to open the balance sheet report. In Quicken, go to the Reports menu, select Business, then click the balance sheet. Okay, on to step two, select your date range. At the top of the report, you'll see a field labeled Date Range. Now, even though it says date range, the balance sheet actually uses only the ending date to create the report. Example, if you pick January 1st through December 31st, Quicken shows your balances as of December 31st. If you pick January 1st through June 30th, it shows the balances as of June 30th. The starting date doesn't affect the balances. This is simply part of Quicken's shared report settings window. To see your most current balances, enter today's date manually. Now here's a tip. You can think of this as an as-of report. It always gives you a snapshot of what your business owns and owes on the ending date you select. All right, moving along to step three, customize your report settings. Next, let's click Customize to look at all the options available for tailoring your balance sheet. You're going to see several tabs across the top of the customization window. Display tab. The Display tab lets you adjust how your balance sheet looks and what it includes. Now here's the options you'll see. Title. You can rename your report. For example, Balance Sheet Year-End 2025. Interval. For the balance sheet, this is typically set to none because it's always as of one date. Show cents. Now check this box if you want to display cents in all balances. Uncheck it to round it to whole dollars. Account detail. This controls whether the report shows a breakdown of each account or just summary totals. There's zero balance accounts. When this is checked, accounts with a zero balance will still appear on the report. It's helpful for transparency. Exclude savings goals. If you use Quicken's savings goals feature, you can choose whether or not to include them in your balances. Here's another tip. These settings are especially helpful if you're sharing the report with your accountant or need it to look professional in presentations. Okay, on to the Accounts tab. Use this to select which accounts are included in your balance sheet. For example, you can show only your business checking, savings, and credit cards. How to use it. To focus only on business accounts, check your business checking, savings, and credit card accounts. You hit the Clear All button. Now select Business. Hitting Select All here checks the business accounts only, not the others. And then click OK. This is the balance sheet for your entire business. This is especially helpful for preparing financial statements just for your business, getting clean numbers for your tax preparer or banker, and keeping personal information out of printed reports. Here's another tip. I recommend taking a moment to review the list and only check the accounts that you use for business. It keeps your balance sheet clean and focused. Next is the Categories tab. The purpose of this is it allows you to filter transactions by category. Note, for the balance sheet, this typically doesn't affect totals because it's based on account balances. Now, why might you use it? If you've assigned categories to certain balances, like equity, you can refine what appears. Most people leave this as all categories selected. Next is the Payees tab. The purpose is to filter by who you paid or received money from. Balance sheet note. Like categories, this tab, it's rarely used for balance sheets because it's about balances, not individual transactions. Best practice, leave all payees selected unless you have a very specific reason to limit the results. Next is the Tags tab. Tags are a powerful way to organize transactions and accounts when you manage more than one business or project in the same Quicken file. Now what you're going to see is a list of all the tags that you've created in Quicken. You can check or uncheck tags to filter your balance sheet. How to use it. If you assigned a tag to your business transactions, like the business name that you created earlier, you can select just that tag to filter your report. This means your balance sheet will show balances for only the transactions that have that specific tag applied. Example, if you run two businesses, let's just call them freelance consulting and rental properties, and you tag each transaction accordingly, you can create separate balance sheets for each business without needing two Quicken files. Here's a tip. If you use tags consistently, they're a great way to create reports for each part of your business, side hustle, or project. Just check the tag that you want to focus on, and Quicken will filter the report automatically. Next is Securities tab. The purpose is to control which investment holdings appear. Use case. If your business owns stocks or mutual funds tracked in Quicken, you can include or exclude them here. For example, you might hide personal investment accounts, so only business-owned investments show up in the report. Next, Advanced tab. Finally, let's look at the Advanced tab. This tab includes just two options. Include unrealized gains. And what this does is if you track investments in Quicken, checking this box will include any unrealized gains or losses, meaning changes in market value for investments you haven't sold yet. When to use it. Turn this on if you want your balance sheet to show your investment's current market value. Leave it off if you prefer to report only realized gains and actual balances. Report basis. What this does, this setting controls how income and expenses appear on your balance sheet. Options. Accrual basis. Includes all income and expenses when they're recorded, regardless of whether they've been paid. Cash basis. Only includes income and expenses when money actually changes hands. Next tip. If you're unsure whether to choose accrual or cash basis, it's a good idea to check with your accountant or tax advisor to make sure your balance sheet matches your reporting requirements. And that's all there is to the Advanced tab. Just these two settings to control how investment gains are shown and whether your balance sheet follows cash or accrual accounting. All right, moving right along, step 4. Understand the balance sheet layout. Your balance sheet is divided into two main sections. First one is assets. These are everything that your business owns. Examples could include business checking and savings accounts, accounts receivable, which is money customers owe you, inventory, equipment or other property, and each account shows its current balance. Number 2 is liabilities and equity. So liabilities would include, these are all your business debts and obligations, which would include credit cards, loans, outstanding bills. Liabilities show how much your business owes. And then finally 3, equity. And this is what's left over when you subtract liabilities from assets. In other words, equity is the net worth of your business. Equity also includes retained earnings, profit that's been kept in the business rather than paid out. So use the balance sheet to see your total assets, total liabilities, and then total equity. So the formula is simple. Assets equal liabilities plus equity. Step 5, save or print your balance sheet. Once you have the report set the way you want, you can print, export to Excel, or save as a PDF. This is helpful if you need to share your financials with your accountant, banker, or business partners. There's also a few other options up here to email the balance sheet. You can change font and row sizes, use alternate row colors, and collapse graphs if there are any. You can choose whether to show the cents, and a find and replace button. All right, we made it to the final step. Step 6, why the balance sheet matters. Your balance sheet is more than just numbers. It shows whether your business is solvent, how much you owe versus what you own, the overall financial health of your business. It's often required for loan applications, annual tax filings, and business planning and forecasting. And that's it. The balance sheet in Quicken gives you a clear picture of your business finances at any point in time. If you'd like me to do a deeper dive into customizing reports, interpreting trends, or using your balance sheet alongside other reports like the profit and loss statement, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos. Hey, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time here in Confident Finance.